is actually creating a triggering effect, a cascade, if you will, of events in your body that are supposed to be naturally occurring. And so it's not like it went shoof right through your body, like some foods that you might be allergic to. It's not doing that. It's actually creating the conditions necessary for your body to do this on its own. But all the nutrients are being absorbed into your body. Okay? Now, as a disclaimer to what I just said, please check your labels. If you know you are allergic to certain foods, please do some label reading. For me, for instance, there's a whole bunch of these products I can't do because I'm allergic to cayenne. I'm allergic to all hot peppers. So if it's a superfruit that has cayenne in there, it will interrupt my ability to digest those products, because as soon as that cayenne hits my lining, all this stuff happens, and it's going to disrupt my body's ability to absorb those nutrients. So if you're aware of food allergies, please read those labels, because a lot of them have a lot of stuff in them. Some are more simple, so just be very careful if you have some food allergy conditions, okay? Vitamin C is the most popularly known antioxidant, period. And it's because it's very convenient to get. It's in all of our fruits. It's in a lot of vegetables too. So it's easy to extract. It's easy to turn into a supplement. It's easy to get out of your juices. It's highly metabolized into your body, very easily absorbed. And it boosts your immune system, and in many different ways, it helps with overcoming a lot of disease in your body. So it really fortifies your body in so many different ways, which is why it is by far and away the #1 antioxidant supplement that people take. So you can take a vitamin C supplement. That's great, 500 milligrams a day for maintenance. I believe men over the age of 30 should be doing 1,000. You start feeling kind of icky, do 1,000 milligrams every 4 to 6 hours. Get that vitamin C in there. And also something that a lot of people don't know about vitamin C. Let's say that you get a little sick. I know I'm supposed to take my vitamin C. Well, if you are having something, any kind of situation that's producing mucus, start taking that vitamin C immediately, because vitamin C eats mucus. That's why, have any of you ever heard of the vitamin C flush?
Oh yeah, I've done it.
Yes, where you take thousands of milligrams of vitamin C, like say 3,000 to 5,000 in a serving every hour until you achieve diarrhea. And the reason why you do that is that vitamin C is building up in your body and is going to grab a hold of all the mucus in your body, and is going to suck it out and flush it out of your body and give you a cleanse that is very helpful and very thorough. And it happens fast. You can do it in a single afternoon for most people. There's some people who might have an issue, it might take longer, especially if they've had certain kind of injuries, let's say, or other problems. But most of us can do a very effective vitamin C flush. Linus Pauling, who has been just derided by our regular doctors, which in my opinion is a crime against humanity, helped show that by taking very high levels of vitamin C, including the vitamin C flush, he proved what I'm getting ready to say. This is that it can actually kill cancer. Vitamin C flushing can kill cancer. He proved it. He did it. He did studies on it. He did everything you're supposed to do. And what did that get him? The derision of the FDA and their money-making machine in the cancer mega-billion-dollar market. But he proved it. They've tried to say that he's a scammer. Don't believe that. It really does work. High levels of vitamin C. Anytime you get a friend, family member, or a customer in our store that just got diagnosed with cancer, we urge them to start juicing. Or if you don't want to juice with a juicer, is to start doing your smoothie drinks, making your own with the superfoods, and also to start taking in very high levels of vitamin C. And we'll explain it to them why. Because that massive antioxidant protects your cells from that breakdown and from these vicious diseases that break down your cells and create all these problems. So keep those things in mind, and why it is very helpful to supplement that vitamin C even in the middle of summer. Okay? And though technically, since I know we're talking about antioxidants, but this is not a massive antioxidant, people don't know, but it is one of the antioxidants, vitamin D. Okay? It's really come to the consciousness a lot more in the last 2 years. That's because there's like one of these accidental discovery kind of things. that vitamin D, most of us are deficient in vitamin D. How is that possible? I live in the South. I'm around the sun all the time. But what else do we also do? Unless you're a construction worker or somebody like that who's out in the sun all the time, what are we doing? We're in buildings all day long. We are not getting enough vitamin D. My wife, Nancy, just met before, right? You know, naturopathic doctor, lives the lifestyle. She doesn't hedge from it. Got tested. She's low in D. You know, it's because we're inside that store all the time. We don't get to go out and hang out in the sun all the time. And this has been an especially brutal and long winter. It was predicted to be so. And so most of us are going to definitely be low in vitamin D. As an adult, doesn't matter if you're male or female, as an adult, minimum 2,000 milligrams a day, 2,000 IUs a day. If you're an adult with exposure to a lot of people, I would say 4,000 IUs a day. 4,000 IUs a day for adults who are out around other people as a regular thing, which is probably most of you. So let's jack that D3, vitamin D3 up. So D3 does come from animal sources. D3. Why D3? It was discovered to be 90% more bioavailable to your body. In other words, it's more absorbed and utilized by your body than regular D2, which comes from plants. So get that D3 and use that. And if you start feeling kind of like, not feeling real well, along with upping that vitamin C, up that vitamin D. Do like 6,000 IU. You can find them in convenient little soft gels or even drops now. You know, where we sell these drops, you get 2,000 IUs in a single little drop. So it's very easy to take your vitamin D. And we've also had another accidental discovery last November. There was a clinic up in Boston who was doing a vitamin D study, and one of the nurses got H1N1. Before you knew it, all the doctors and nurses in the study got H1N1, but the people that were receiving the D didn't. The doctors and nurses weren't taking any D. They were giving it to these people. They weren't doing it themselves, and none of the people in the study got H1N1 in that clinic. And it's like, oh boy, what is this going on? And so they started getting studied, and so there's a direct correlation between having higher or normal levels of D and your ability and enhancing your body's ability to fend off viruses, especially flu and cold viruses. And I noticed for myself personally, and I've asked a lot of our customers and clients, have they noticed this other convenient side effect, which is more energy. When I went, because I was doing 1,000 IUs a day as maintenance, because I'm a big believer in doing vitamin C, vitamin D, and then when I found out all this stuff, I was like, you know what? I think that I'm going to take it up to 4,000. Within a week and a half period of time, I went from 1,000 to 4,000, and when I started doing that 4,000, my energy levels went, and they've stayed there. It's like I have very high energy levels. And I think it's combined with all the other antioxidants that I do on a daily basis. Increasing my energy levels, increasing my levels of antioxidants. I have not gotten sick this winter from any kind of flu or cold. I have been able to have the strength to endure opening this door while also running and owning Harmony Farms. And I sleep well, and I feel very fortified. And I know for a fact that that's because of the amount of antioxidants that we put not only in our smoothies, but in our diet. We eat these foods. We make big salads, dark leafy green vegetables, and put fun things on them, really boost it up. So that's some real life application for what doing antioxidants can help with your body. And I don't have anything else for you right now, unless you've got some questions. Yeah. All right. Thank you, folks, for coming. Appreciate it.